Previously on, like, the... Jesus Christ, Artix.
Look, Lightning is a big game hunter. Look at that sword.
Lightning is a strong female protagonist. She can dress however she likes. It's perfectly fine.
So yeah, that's the Behemoth sword, right? We murdered Behemoths to get that.
Yes, we did.
I love the Behemoth sword. Like, unironically.
It is a good sword. And here's this.
What do you want now?
I can't hate Lumina.
Do you remember what you've lost?
I mean, I guess she's alright, but
Okay.
I don't understand why people act like she's a normal person.
He said you had
Like-
to be the savior. But part of what made you Lightning was missing. Leaving a big empty hole in your heart.
Yes, we kind of been over this.
That's how it feels.
Are you saying this story is repetitive? I can't agree with that.
You know, I remember something about stories that repeat things.
But it's okay.
It helps you remember things about them.
Wow, what's going on? My head just felt really weird just then, and I think my nose is bleeding.
Indestructible crystal.
What's happening?
Even in the sea of chaos, it never loses its shine.
So hey, did you guys play the Requiem of the Goddess DLC?
I will become an eternal.
I really
death.
hope you did, because otherwise this might be very confusing to
Your
you.
memory will survive for eternity.
I didn't even play 13.2, actually, so...
Well then you're just fucked.
Yeah, it's great. I know exactly what's going on. I think actually, you know what? This game makes more sense if you haven't played the previous games. I'm gonna make that claim.
That's a claim I would agree with, to be completely honest.
So you fell
There's
into that
meat on that bone.
You became a tomb for a memory.
Like, I mean, I guess you won't know who any of the characters are, but none of their motivations make any sense anyway, so...
Who do you think Sarah is now?
Yes. I remember now.
Oh, she's really selling that. That's some quality voice acting here.
In my heart.
That's a good scarf.
Yeah,
I had her memory.
It's a very shiny
She
scarf.
saved me. I took
it's
the memory
iridescent.
crystal. She was with me
This
then.
is the disco
We should have
outfit.
been together the whole time.
Right. Now you're catching on. So, the hole in your heart?
Sarah's soul. That's what I'm missing.
Okay, well, that's progress.
And you know who took it out, don't you?
I don't really get the metaphysics of this.
Do his bidding.
Like, how can Sarah's soul be missing from Lightning?
Memories too, and tried to make
Like,
you
why
forget about it.
is Sarah's soul in there in the
He
first
had the
place?
perfect motivation.
It was in there
Hostage.
I actually don't know.
He's gonna hold on to her.
Who knows?
Until I've done what he wants.
Oh, I don't know if he thought it out that far. He's not very good with human emotions, that god of yours. Maybe he just threw her soul away and let it be swallowed up by the chaos.
But he
Yeah, that sounds
promised
about
me.
right.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing that a god would
If I did
do.
what I was told, he'd bring
Especially a
Sarah
god
back.
in this universe.
If he lied, then I don't care if he is a god. I'll destroy him.
Now that's more like the old Lightning.
So, like,
But do you
I
really
don't get how this failure on God's part has anything to do with human emotions. Like, I don't see why that would stop you from realizing that, hey, if you've got leverage on someone, then just throw it away.
Contingency plans. Sneaky Lightning.
Yeah, I mean,
Sneaky.
there's really...
In my mind yet. This
The,
world
I,
is finished.
I know
It'll be gone
what
forever.
happens later,
Velza is the only
but
one
God's
who can build
plan
something
in this game doesn't make sense.
Then I'll decide.
So you'll play
And
his game for as long as it takes to
they never really explain it in a way that it does make sense.
On him, you'll betray him and destroy him and start
Yeah,
a new world he
take
won't
that,
know.
theists.
Is that your plan? Turning one god and making
There should be one guy in this game who's just like an angry atheist guy, even though
what little hope
they like can meet the gods and they hang out with them and stuff. He's just like, I don't believe it.
you know, and you're going to betray him.
Let's see, whatever.
You did think about that, didn't you? You turn on God, you turn on hope.
Oh no, how can we betray our good friend Hope?
We love Hope so much and care a lot about him, and it would be bad.
You think I'm
It would be terrible to betray Hope S. Time,
Question was a question.
our greatest friend.
That's an evasion.
Oh great, now Lumina's a Twitter egg.
But it's not a big deal. It looks like Hope and talks like Hope, but it isn't Hope
Like,
anymore.
no,
Are you saying he's a fake?
I can't hate even this level of dialogue, because unlike Lightning, Lumina has a voice actor who just takes the material she's got and sells it hard.
Fine, like,
Wasn't
let me
I?
look it all
It might. Maybe it's not this game, but I think I read that the person who does Lightning's voice,
It was a lie.
was told to be less emotive while recording.
Going to take before
Yeah, that is a thing. Ali Hillis was told that she needed to
realize
kind of
just
tone things down in general.
lie too.
Square has a bit of a problem with voice direction.
Yeah, because I've heard her in other things and she's fine. It's just they just said we need you to be less and less of an actor.
It's like 10, everyone knows the problems that 10 had with voice direction. 12 had everybody recording from inside a paper bag.
Yes, I know.
And now we've got this.
Yeah. I mean, but they're not alone in that. Like, Other M has terrible voice acting for similar reasons.
Well, I think the terrible voice acting in Other M stems from a problem at the very top, and by the very top I mean Yoshio Sakamoto.
Yes, yeah, he told them that they needed to, he kept changing the way they had to do it until it sounded the way it does in the real game, which is what he wanted apparently, but
It's all in his headcanon.
yeah. In his mind, Samus talks like someone who's like under horrible fever and taking Quaaludes. And that's how she canonically talks.
Whereas the Final Fantasy games seem to be directed overall quite competently, but something is very, very wrong in the voice direction studios. Or possibly only in the English ones. I don't know if the Japanese voices have the same objections.
Well.
You say in the Japanese voices, at least for Lightning, she's a lot more angry, especially like in the original 13, and then she did get progressively more muted as the series went on.
It appears that
Yeah.
mixing the poison
They have better voice direction in the Japanese one, but
neutralized each other.
it's still like there's still, for example, Vanille is still really annoying in Japanese.
Or cure wounds.
Like all the weird vocal tics she has that people don't like, that's because she does that in Japanese and they try to translate it
I still believe
into
the
English.
theory is sound.
So yeah, it's still not the best, but they are better directed.
Batch right now.
So, one other thing we kind of glossed over there is that the shops now have some new garbs.
Does not give up
Believe it or not, we are actually at the halfway point of the game.
science must
Yeah.
through stormy
Like, all of the shit that we've accomplished, we've actually just passed the halfway mark.
discovery.
Yeah, you can get almost everything done, at least all the main stuff, in like 5 days.
I believe it would be
Yeah,
especially
if you're really like worryingly efficient about stuff,
Yeah, doing 100% in all 13 days is difficult, but just getting to the final boss by doing all the main quests, it's not a big deal.
there is, however, a whole boatload of other stuff.
Yeah, it's mostly side quests, which actually is something I like about the game. By the way, we never introduced me, so... Hello.
Who are you again?
I don't know. I'm Corn in the Bible on the forums, and I've been in a lot of unfinished Let's Plays, but this one will be finished because I'm not doing it.
That is an important distinction to make.
And one I'm increasingly identifying with. But, you know, working on that. Hey, shields!
Yeah.
Yeah, the shops have some new stuff, but this particular one does not have anything that we want, so let's just head back to the Wildlands.
The reward you get for the Wildlands is very good. But
Most of the stuff that you get as rewards for stuff is good. Hang on, why did you skip that summary? That looked like a summary I actually wanted to read. It was all about Moogle tossing. I want to read this game's account of Moogle tossing and its overwrought prose. It would be brilliant. You've robbed me of that.
Oh, you're doing this too, okay.
Yeah, so... Well, we haven't actually been to Polta yet, so...
Right.
So yeah, this is the Rocky Crag. This area sucks.
It's alright. I didn't think it was a bad thing.
Yeah. What's your problem, man?
It's got a lot of these ledges. It's very easy to fall off. A lot of them are one way, and the encounter rate is crazy.
Yeah, but you can, like, glide everywhere and you can dodge the encounters.
Yeah, you could just jump over them, which is what I did.
I could, but then I would have to go fight 80 bajillion shitty monkeys later to exterminate them.
Well, there is that, yes.
Well, if you're going for extermination, then you're making progress, whatever you do. Like, that's one of the things that I like about the extermination aspect of this game, is that even if you're just, like, fighting a whole bunch of enemies again and again and again, literally every single thing that you can do in this game is progress towards something.
These guys are a pain to fight.
I thought they were kind of fun, really.
They're okay. It depends on how well equipped you are for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like in this case, this is the only time where I'm ever actually going to show off Blue Mage and Dark Knight. But so that's why I included this fight. But also, you can see how much faster it is when, you're actually properly equipped for this.
I would like to take this moment to state how annoyed I am that you used the Behemoth Sword on an all-magic garb.
Yeah, that's...
The Behemoth Sword is 500 attack and magic.
Yeah, but there's better magic stuff.
Yeah, but you should hit people with that sword. I mean, look at it. And of course, then you do also have the hot pink Bone Crusher, so,
It's still the best sword that we have. That's not a joke.
One of the little tragic ironies of not New Game Plus is that most of the weapons that drop from monsters, there's only one form of... Well, there's two forms of them. There's the one that you get that has the normal colours, and there's the hot pink version. And in New Game Plus, you can upgrade either of them, and they're fundamentally the same weapon, just further along in the chain. That's what this game does with its weapons. It's the ones that you can buy, they all have slightly different models, but ultimately they're all just the same weapon at various stages of upgrade, and you can buy the weakest one and upgrade it fully, and it will be as strong as the strongest one.
Well, I mean, that's not always the case, because some of them, of course, have special attributes, but generally that's true, yeah. You can always upgrade something up and make it as good as a later weapon if you try hard enough.
As I recall, you can add... There's some hacks you can do. Anyway, the point is that in a New Game Plus, you can get good weapons that aren't hot pink if you want.
Right, but you wouldn't want that. Nobody wants that.
There's a time and a place for hot pink.
Is there really?
I mean, the time and the place is whenever you're playing Lightning Returns Final Fantasy. That's what I would say.
Maybe. I mean, the Bone Crusher, whatever the hell that sword is called, it has bone in the title, works as a hot pink weapon, I think. But I don't think the Behemoth Sword works in hot pink. I think it works way better in its current natural colour state, as pictured here, than it does in hot pink.
I mean, frankly, I mostly didn't use the weapons that drop from enemies anyway, because there's a couple other ones that have bonuses that are just... that I liked more than the ones that you usually get from, like, fighting monsters.
Yeah, one of the things that you can agonize over a lot in this game is which one of the weapons that you're going to go with is the stats one and which one is the gimmick one. Because there's a lot of different ways you can take that.
Yeah, that's what I like, that there's so many different... There's some weird gimmicky weapons that you can use in fun ways to kind of change up the way you're doing things, which is good. A lot of people will end up with just, like, they'll have one garb at the end that is for defending, that blocks all the damage, and then it's, But you can do something different and have fun with it, if you're willing to experiment, and I like that. And here we are.
So yeah, welcome to Heretic Country.
You alright down there?
Take this curse anymore. I need Cardesia's elixir.
He said something about Cardesia.
Right, excellent. The first person we talk to says, okay, now go back to the Hunter's Village.
That's the apothecary.
Game design.
It's not one of the more interesting side quests, really, but,
Tell me, do you know of the
oh yeah, this guy.
It is a most holy treasure that
I swear this is the guy who hosts the murder trivia party in Jackbox Party Pack.
Asking me?
because I sense that
I think he's the guy who solves all those crimes with puzzles on the DS, right?
have some kind of connection to the vessel. It is filled.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, it's Professor Lathom.
Vessel.
Wow, we took this joke in very different directions.
Flask.
Well, that's true, but my direction was much worse than yours, unfortunately.
You are indeed the chosen.
But that's why you're the professional and I'm the amateur, you see.
Then the
You heard it here first, guys. I'm a professional.
and there
I was gonna say, let's not say anything we can't take back now.
Let's play Superstar, you guys.
Yes, that's what we are. I can hardly move for all the YouTube dollars that are raining down on me.
Relatively good friends, the LP supergroup.
I still say we're in let's not say anything we can't take back territory.
I have the cure for your chocobos.
Alright, anyway, we're in the Hunter's Village again.
We're here to collect human medicine from the Chocobo medicine
I
lady.
came across a man in Polta who was calling out your name. He seemed ill. I don't suppose you know him.
What? You ran into Taylor? He was in a bad state, wasn't he? Remember the medicine I had you gather ingredients?
Ha
I didn't tell you, but it's for him.
You
Oh,
haven't
good.
given it to
Yeah,
me?
we'll
Not
do
yet.
political
I have a
jokes.
reason.
Won't this come out after the election?
Medicine is that it only
It'll be very
works
timely.
after it's been
Hell yeah, well.
I thought of heading to Polta with the ingredients.
Now that Jeb Bush has won the election, what do you guys think about...
Man, I can't believe I counted out Jeb.
You can only make it here, but at the same time, he needs to take it soon after. If you want,
the greatest political
I might
comeback in American history?
You would do that for me?
Jeb Bush wins the write-in campaign
fast enough.
across the nation.
Try.
And I can't believe that Bernie Sanders got VP.
Of course I can.
Yeah, who knew, right?
Give me a
Like that was not a ticket I was
I'll bet my
expecting.
reputation that I can fix that curse.
Curse? I thought he had some.
There's a guy running for president in Colorado who is on the Nutrition Party ticket. And their party platform is you should eat healthy. And that's it.
You gotta love single issue parties. We've got some great ones here. There's every time there's a by-election over in the constituency where I live, there's a MP standing with the cannabis is safer than alcohol party.
That's a good platform. That's good. I like that guy.
They are pretty much the greatest single issue party I've ever heard of.
She brewed this for you.
Did you say Cardesia? Oh, finally. I can say goodbye to this.
So yeah, this medicine seems like it's completely on the level.
Nothing unexpected is going on here, and lightning is very, very perceptive.
My mouth, so I might have a sip. The goddess is waiting for me.
What do you mean?
But, like, it doesn't matter if these people live or die, right? Because
I've been waiting so long for this.
the world is ending. It really makes...
Right, but if he dies, then we won't get the opportunity to steal his soul and take it to the new world.
But he'll be dead, so then he'll go to... But,
Poison. It's medicine.
Well, no, because remember, if he dies, he goes to the Chaos, and the Chaos doesn't get to move on.
And why wouldn't
sure, whatever. I mean,
love of her life?
but...
God, it's like you weren't even paying attention to the Vanille Apocalypse Room cutscene.
She would not
Oh, jeez.
conjure up some
Man, it's all there in the data logs, man.
approach me with a concoction.
Yeah, you just gotta read the data logs.
To die.
Yeah.
If taste could kill,
And it ties in with Type 0, so make sure you played that one.
has no effect on me. She must be losing her
Man, everyone in this story is so well adjusted.
Poison you. Maybe the medicine is what she said it
Like,
was.
to be fair, they have been alive for like
Nope.
500 years at this point. You'd have some issues, but like, jeez.
Well, I mean, this guy seems convinced that the woman who gave us medicine was actually trying to poison him to death, so, you know.
What do you think?
I know.
Yep.
All I can say is this.
Good
Your
times.
medicine, you're looking less pale. You seem to be breathing a lot easier, and your pain has gone.
Lightning MD.
Well, now that you mention it, I wish I knew what was going on inside her head. Why would she forgive me? I killed someone she loved.
Maybe you should go and talk to her about all of this, you know. I mean, honestly, it seems like Lightning's job would be a lot easier if she could just tell people, like, hey, so, like, you know, the world is literally about to end. You might want to go and talk some things out with some people.
There must have been a
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
to keep
Like,
going.
we've got like 5 days left, okay? You might want to hurry it up.
It must have been harder to live.
Might want to get on with it.
You did
I mean,
choose
like,
life. Maybe you were hoping Cardesia
Yusnan is the whole place, like, founded on the notion of, like, hey, the world is ending, so let's just have a 13-day party. So if they are evidently that aware of all this, then why is literally everybody else just...
Like, I remember there's an NPC who is afraid... No, he's upset because his kid keeps skipping class. And I feel like you could just tell him, like, the world is blowing up. It's okay. He can go on vacation if he wants. It's fine. Just go to the beach, right? Like, who gives a shit?
So yeah, there's one city in the whole world that seems to have actually accepted that the world is ending, and everyone else is just like, yeah, we're still here.
We need to do medical research on chocobos. And we have to do it real quick, because we might have a deadline.
No, you don't understand. This fuzzy sheep egg, we're gonna study it, and when it hatches, we will have finally understood.
They all disappeared.
Angel, you okay?
Patterns on the rock, they too shall be worn away. What do you see there? To me, they look like ancient writing.
Just when I think that this game's choreography is out of ways to surprise me.
Beautiful building stood on this spot.
What?
Inside that temple, there should be other writings protected from the ravages
Oh.
of the wind.
Yeah.
So
I see.
But none of us can enter the temple.
Look at him, just
so I can't
randomly,
be
silently chirping away
So
periodically on the
stand
side.
here instead to watch over the dying world and shine a dim light on its path.
Good bird.
Anyway, there is a rather annoying to find collectible over here somewhere that I'm gonna grab before we move on.
I like the chocobo designs in the 13 games, though. I think they look alright. They're pretty cool.
I never liked the pulse chocobos. The deadlocks are just the dreadlocks are just dumb.
I mean, it's true that there's no way, like, for those to exist on a bird, but, you know, they look alright.
They're just... they irritate me. Cocoon chocobos look much better.
Well, it's because they actually have, like, you know, people who are able to take care of them there.
Is that the Angel of Legends? The white chocobo.
You know, it's sort of like, you know, if you left somebody alone on an abandoned planet for 500 years and you came back to check on them, then, you know, their hair probably wouldn't look too good either.
That creature with feathers
Yeah.
of white will lead you toward your destiny.
Oh man, there we go.
Now is the time. You must make your way to the temple. I will stand right here, praying for your safety.
Oh good, unlike every other NPC in the whole game.
Well, you don't understand. He's gonna pray for our soul while we do this incredibly difficult jumping challenge.
This, incidentally, is why you need to fully upgrade the chocobo.
Yeah, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, because I actually fell down several times when I did it. So...
It's a little bit fiddly, but you know it can be learned very easily.
Yeah, but it's alright, I guess.
Like it is not flagrantly offensive as a platforming challenge. The Final Fantasy XIII series has done worse in platforming challenges.
Oh, Lord, have they done worse.
Look at the angel soar!
Hey, there we go. Quest complete.
Wow. That guy was so impressed by our jumping that we saved his soul.
I also forgot to talk to him, so I had to do the jumping puzzle again.
Bring me here.
That was alright, though.
I love that was possibly the single longest range soul saving that we've ever done.
Go it alone. What happens next is
But now, we must say farewell to our stalwart friend.
This is just like Shadow of the Colossus.
I was literally just thinking that. I was going to make that exact same joke. But yeah, this is not quite leaving aggro behind, is it?
No, because the Chocobo has not fallen to his death on a bridge.
And it was unleashed by one man.
So it's alright.
Now I'm just dreading The Last Guardian, a game that I still can't believe is actually coming out.
The Last Guardian, there's some suspense there because
Which one of them is going to be the one that tragically dies?
yeah, exactly. Which one of them will sacrifice themselves to save the other one?
Please, I think we all know it's going to be the giant dog bird thing, and yeah, come on, you fucking know it is.
But if the kid doesn't save the bird's life, how will it ever go to college?